Там одна бабуля здала 20.
A Ukrainian defender shares a story how a Russian granny surrendered 20 Russian soldiers to Ukrainian captivity.
Там одна бабуля здала 20 росіян.
Серйозно? А як?
Ну, вона підійшла просто до наших пацанів, каже, там 20 мальчиків, вони хочуть здатися в плен. Ну, вони з оружием. Все, предупредили, сказала де. Ну, все.
А де це вони були, в якомусь будинку?
Да.
Угу.
Їх там зараз дуже багато, вони ховаються по полям, там бігають. Да. Вони такі зашувані там взагалі. Ну, коротше, весело.
Весело не те слово.
Це не наш канал.
Це отрудні, з тої сторони забрали.
Серйозно?
Багато техніки забрали.
The Ukrainian main directorate of intelligence, GUR, released a video showing operations far behind enemy lines. Their places are in Russian-occupied territories in Ukraine, such as Sevastopol, but also deep inside Russia itself. Moscow, St. Petersburg, Smolensk, Kaluga, Oryol, Belgorod, etc. The message is clear. The GUR is everywhere. A Ukrainian blogger known for trolling Russians in an online chat pretending to be a Russian policeman forced the Russian military to stand up and played the national anthem of Ukraine. The Russians didn't even understand that it was the anthem of Ukraine. Can you imagine? They don't even know the national anthem. And they noticed the raffle only when the blogger pulled out a cup with a Ukrainian flag. Russians state that initial assessments of the Kursk incursion underestimated the scale of the invasion, revealing issues with defense preparedness and leading to personnel changes. The Ukrainian forces continue to attempt breakthroughs, and there's no chance of knocking them out anytime soon. For a month and one day, the Russian army has been repelling the armed invasion of the regular Ukrainian armed forces into the Kursk region. Initial assessments of the scale of the invasion by respected agencies quickly turned out to be not entirely objective. Personnel decisions are being made, but not at the level that many expected, given the unpreparedness of the second echelons of defense and the ongoing arrests of high-ranking old employees of the Ministry of Defense. So far, the showdown is taking place in the administrative and economic sector. The enemy in the Kursk region is tied down in battle, but does not give up trying to push through our defense, pulling reserves into the region. In the Russian army, the problem of coordinating disparate units and subdivisions, supplying the front directly with drones, communications, and modern technical surveillance equipment has not been fully overcome in this direction. Nevertheless, the Ukrainian armed forces are suffering serious losses under the blows of our missiles, aviation, and artillery, which permanently reduces the likelihood of further movement to Kursk and Rilsk. At the same time, the river crossings in the Glushkovsky district are under attack, which complicates logistics against the background of the destruction of our bridges. The enemy is consolidating the occupied lines, and the liberation of the territories occupied by him is not expected in the short term. Heavy fighting is underway. The question of terminating military technical assistance to Kiev by the West is not on the table. Europe, under pressure from the United States, is preparing to transfer dozens of Leopard tanks, air defense systems, and other equipment. The trophies of our troops in the Kursk region show that the invasion group of the Ukrainian armed forces was largely provided by NATO, which once again indicates the direct involvement of the alliance in the war with Russia. The shelling of Kursk, Belgorod, and the DPR with Western weapons, and the promotion of information about permission to strike our territories with air-launched missiles to an ever greater depth, also demonstrate that the North Atlantic Alliance does not feel any discomfort about the escalation of the conflict, while continuing to conduct military exercises near our borders, preparing its countries for mobilization and rebuilding military factories. There are no grounds for an early end to the war. There are still many difficult days left before achieving the declared and periodically changing goals of the SMO, which range from complete denazification and demilitarization of all of Ukraine to the liberation of the territories of new regions from the Ukrainian armed forces. Meanwhile, the West is trying to wear down our military and economic potential on Ukraine to destabilize the domestic political situation, which could be an even more serious threat to Russia. And the liberation of the Kursk region is not expected in the coming week. Lithuania mined the border with Russia-occupied Kroloviech, Kaliningrad, and set up anti-tank Dragon's Teeth obstacles. Imagine living in a NATO country and seeing Russia's giant Z swastikas across the river. Russian propagandist Solovyev. What's there in Europe? Clothes are made in China anyway. Chinese cars are better and much more advanced. There's a badly educated and brought up aging population in Europe, and it's unsafe there. Clearly, he's still bitter about his Como villa.
Едешь в Европу, для чего? Одежда все равно сделана в Китае. Машины китайские все равно лучше, гораздо более продвинуты. Инфраструктура полностью провалилась. На улицах грязно. Сервиса никакого. Небезопасно.
Ну, здание красиво.
Ну, уже такие же делают всюду. То есть, куда ни приедешь, уже хотите... Не, ну как, я вот сейчас был вокруг Шанхая. Нет, я был вокруг Шанхая, говорит, вам Венецию, вот, пожалуйста.
Ну, там, да.
Там все есть. Вам чего мучиться? Знаешь, как в Дубае приезжаешь, вам Лувр, у нас есть. То есть просто уже думаешь, а что там в Европе-то? Стареющее население. Дурно образованное, дурно воспитанное. Ну, слушай, там одна Аннелина Бербок. Ну, думаешь, говоришь, это кто?
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.